old boy, 19. Turned 19 in February. Still hanging in there. Got a few issues, but we love him. As long as he's happy, we're going to keep him going. I carry him in and outside. Just he can't see very well. We had cataract surgery on one of his eyes. They put a lens in there, but it kind of clouded up within a few months, so that was a little bit sad, but we tried to help him out. After we checked and made sure he was a candidate for it, and he was healthy enough to do it. He's got a cough, chronic cough. There's a drug to suppress it. We checked his heart and everything was fine. It's just chronic cough after being near the ground for 19 years. So he's on a cough medication and some eye drops to keep the fluids going because he gets eye issues with his blindness. He'll get an ulcer and they get pretty red. So there's a teardrop and there's a anti-inflammatory and a salt drop to keep it dried up a bit. So nice. That's our boy Ben. Hey boo, yeah. You're a good boy, aren't you? You a good boy? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good boy. Hey guys, it's Will Potato Strong here. I've got a couple of medium, fairly small potatoes here. I'm going to use the mandolin slicer here and make sure you use the guard and slice those up. Slices it pretty thin, thinner than I can do and quicker than with a knife. And I don't know the exact thickness, but I played around with them a little thicker and thinner, and I just, I don't want them paper thin. So you just have to kind of try them out and see what you think, 1/8 of an inch or less. So once I've got those sliced up, I'm going to slice another one, and then you can use different spices. So I use nutritional yeast, chili powder, onion powder, paprika, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. So it's like a sort of a Dorito thing. It's not easy. You can sprinkle this on when they're on the trays, and then flip them and sprinkle them on the other side. If you put them in a bowl, they're kind of wet when you cut them. But if you put them in the bowl, at least you can get a certain amount of them covered. So it doesn't work perfectly because a lot of the potatoes are stuck together, but it gets you a basic going. And then when I put them on the tray, I add a little bit more. So I've got chili powder. I put a teaspoon. I don't usually measure these, but just for you guys, I'm gonna measure out a little bit here. A teaspoon of chili powder, teaspoon of onion powder. For the cayenne pepper here, I'm just gonna sprinkle some on. I'm not gonna use a teaspoon. It's pretty hot stuff. Any of these things are optional. You can use more or less, or don't even use them. And then nutritional yeast, I usually use more, like three teaspoons. Sometimes I blend this up too in like a magic bullet, because the nutritional yeast is kind of has flakes. So you can put this all in a magic bullet or something like that, NutriBullet, and make it more of a fine powder. Kind of mix it up here. And like I say, I'm going to add some more once they're on the trays, just to cover them a bit more. But I don't really want to flip them halfway through and do the other side with the spices. So here's the top trays. They're silicone. They work great in the microwave. You can stack them on 2 layers. So it's amazing how crispy these things get. I normally bake fries and things. I've tried baking potato chips thin, but it didn't really work too well. They got more burnt than cooked. So might need to do more experimentation with the oven, but for now I'm just layering these down. Nice thing with these top trays is they've got holes in them, so they kind of cook the bottom too. The last couple times I started doing them with parchment paper, I didn't even flip the chips and they still came out good, fine. So these are pretty cool because the holes help get cooked both sides, and you can stack them 2 or more. I've tried other things where I soak them in vinegar to get a flavor like a malt vinegar. That didn't work. I didn't really soak them the best way, but I just tried to put some in a container. But it just this is the easiest way to go. Just put a little bit of spice, whatever you like doing on these. And for as far as the time goes, when I cook them in the microwave, so there's the 2 trays. I'm gonna pop those in. This is the first time I've done it, and whenever you do these, you should generally watch them, especially after the first few minutes. But I'm gonna put these in, and because there's 2 trays, there's more than usually the 1 tray that I do. So I'm gonna set this at 10 minutes, and just keep an eye on it, see how it goes. I took these out at 8 minutes, and I flipped the trays halfway through. So, hope you like that. I'm gonna go eat these now. So, check this out. Really crunchy. Really good. No need for store-bought chips. Even the baked ones in the store are high in fat. So, these are great. It was only a couple small little, as you saw, small little potatoes. And I've got one more tray going in addition to this. So, you can make up a bigger batch and then put them in a container. It takes a while, but when you're doing other things, maybe you could just think of doing these and putting them away so you can have them, for other times. All right, guys, talk to you later.